Hey, lovely people. Welcome back to Homemade. So good to see you and so thrilled to be with you in the kitchen today. I am Chef Joel Gammon. I am the founder and head chef of Homemade and really excited to cook up some really comforting Gochujang beef bowls today. These are beyond addictive. These like hit the spot in every spot. I mean, this is like crave-worthy, gorgeous one-pot meal. You guys are going to love this recipe. If this is your first time to Homemade, welcome. This is like my big digital bear hug. Oh, we're so happy you're here. If this is your billionth time to Homemade, also big, beautiful bear hug. Oh, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. And for those of you guys who do know, this is interactive, so you guys can talk to me in real time. The way that we do that is through our incredible producer and chat moderator today. Give it up for Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hello. I can hear the virtual applause. Mostly I can smell our amazing recipe today. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
This kitchen smells ridiculous.
Yeah, it smells amazing. We posed a little question in the chat.
Yes.
And we're trying it out. What
was the question?
The question was, what is your favorite smell in the kitchen? Just because we love a pun and we wanted to say the word aroma. What can we say?
Yeah, because aroma, right.
Duh.
So aromas are amazing partners. By the way, we'll talk about them. In order to make an amazing one-pot rice dish, you gotta have the right tool. And we're gonna talk about why we have partnered with aroma and how in love we are with them. But yes, what is your favorite aroma coming out of the kitchen? Mary, what's yours?
It has to be roasted garlic, and I know a couple people in the chat agree with me. That's pretty much it.
No, I think that's a great one. Okay, mine is chocolate chip cookies. Come on. Or fresh bread, but it has to be like a yeasty bread, like a
when the bread maker's out, it's a good
day. Brioche.
Yes, something buttery.
Buttery.
You have friends in the chat
what are people
for that.
Saying? Yeah.
Pumpkin pie.
Oh.
Vanilla. That's sort of slept on.
Totally.
And Debbie also said bread. Yeah.
Yeah. So good. We can make sense with all these things. I love it. Well, today we're going to show you a recipe that I think, honestly, once you learn, you won't be able to unlearn. You won't be able to stop thinking about it. So these Gochujang one-pot beef bowls are gorgeous for a weeknight meal. But honestly, they're kind of like impressive enough just to rock out on a Saturday and Sunday if you're having company over. So it's just one of those things. And the reason why we are teaming up with Aroma on this is because they just came out with their digital rice and grain cooker. And I know that cooking grains, specifically rice, can be really intimidating for people, but they also just don't realize what a machine like this can do for you. People don't realize this is your sous chef and can save you so much space in the kitchen because it does so many different things. So this is 3-in-1. It cooks, it serves, and it also stores. It comes with this little cap, which I've actually never seen before. Like these beautiful little caps, so you can literally go from cooking, right? And you can pick these up. These are totally heat-resistant handles, so you can hold them at any time, even if it's been cooking. And then you could just, whatever you're cooking, plop on the top, and that can go right in the fridge. You then can come out the next day, take it off, go right back into your aroma, and really safely reheat. So actually very genius. Takes care of all 3 steps, which we're in love with. So we're gonna cook in this today. I'm gonna show you what it's all about, but let's get started. So step 1 is there's a good amount of functions on this Aroma digital rice and grain cooker. It's a multi-cooker, but we just wanna right now do one that I think is absolutely, I've never seen before. So I don't know if we can get in close here, Richard, as I turn this on. There we go, beautiful. So you just kind of press on the on button, but it has this button that's saute and then simmer. Okay, S to S, saute and then simmer. Okay, and now it's kind of preheating. Can we talk about this for a moment? I just want to have a moment for the saute and then simmer. Never in my life have I seen a function that is saute then simmer. Meaning, this is gonna get incredibly hot and you can brown things in it, which if you do or do not know, most multi-cookers, I would say if not all, besides this one, don't get hot enough to caramelize things. So you can't caramelize onions. You can't get the browning that you want in beef. This one gets screaming hot, and it gives you that Maillard reaction, that gorgeous browning that we all love. Then, when you hit it with liquid, maybe you're deglazing, maybe you're braising, maybe you're making a chili or a stew, it senses it, turns down the heat, no joke, and becomes a simmer. Like, welcome to the future, honestly. Like, AI, what? Like, that is crazy, crazy talk. So I'm excited to kind of give it a live little test here, a live little demo. So we're gonna start in the bottom of our aroma here with some vegetable oil. And it's already streaming hot, which is my expectation. And then we've got some ground beef. I've been really big on like the 90-10. Does anyone know what I mean by 90-10 ground beef? That's 90% kind of the actual flesh of the beef itself, the muscle, 10% fat. So if we get in close here, Richard, you guys can kind of see it's got a little bit of white flecks in it, but not a ton. And I've just been watching what I've been eating. But if you want to go 85-15, that's great. If you want to go 80-20, that's a little bit fattier. So it just depends on how much fat you want in it. You really don't need a ton of it because this just soaks up all the juices, and it's good on its own. It has that beefy, meaty flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead. What also comes with the aroma is this very nifty little rice kind of spoon and spatula, but hopefully you guys can already hear it. It is already browning. I mean, it's already sizzling. I've honestly never seen any sort of digital cooker of any sort get this hot, this fast. So we're gonna kind of stir this up. You can, just to kind of prove it, let me just hold something up. It's been in there for 3 seconds. I don't know if you guys can see, it's already turning color. So it's going from red to gray. That is fast. That's awesome. I'm geeking out, you guys know that. All right, so I'm stirring this up, letting it hang, and I'm just gonna push this to the side. So we're gonna let this kind of saute for a sec, and then we're gonna cut up some aromatics. Korean cooking, man, gochujang. For those of you guys who are familiar or unfamiliar, let me just ask you guys in the chat, and I'll start doing other things. Who's familiar with gochujang? Richard, can we get in close here? Who has seen this, who has played with this, who is interested in this? Gochujang, curious, tell me. Mary, have you used gochujang before?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I always have a big, I don't know, jar, pot, whatever it came in my fridge. We have a lot of yeses coming through in the chat.
Well, I think like 7 years ago, no one knew what gochujang was.
Yeah, it exploded.
It exploded, right?
For sure.
It's kind of the tomato paste of Korea, okay? It is a fermented chili paste. So there's no tomato in it. It's chili paste, but it has the same texture as tomato paste. Super concentrated. It's got unbelievable funk, so just layers of flavor. It's got glutinous rice in it, and it is just, I don't know how else to describe it, but just deep. Like it's just layered with flavor. So we've got that. What we're gonna do is cut up a little aromatics to go with it. So I'm gonna take some beautiful little scallions here. I think this is my guy here. I'm gonna turn this guy off. So I'm gonna take some scallions, and I separated it, the white and the greens, okay? So for the whites, I'm just gonna cut this up really small. God, I am so into scallions right now. I just grill them whole. And by the way, you guys who do know me know that I am the scrappy dude. I throw nothing away. These little ends, just make sure you clean them and you can cook them. So chop them up. They've got great flavor. And then these tops, they're a little bit more easy to chew. They're a little bit brighter in flavor. So I'm gonna chop these up for like garnish to go over the top. So the white ones that are a little bit harder to chew, a little bit more intense with flavor, we're gonna cook almost like an onion. And the tops, we're gonna save for later on for some garnish. Cool.
Joel, we have a question right off the bat here.
Hit
so
me.
if we don't have gochujang, say we are just starting to get into the gochujang game.
Yeah, you're gochujang curious.
Exactly. Yes. Is it better to omit it altogether and maybe go with some different sort of Korean flavors or tomato paste?
You can totally omit it, and this would come out awesome. I think tomato paste would be the way to go. Another really good thing, if you have it, is like bouillon. Do you have any bouillon at home? Bouillon, obviously that kind of concentrated paste that, you know, is kind of like chicken stock, but you could add a little bit of that. That adds some really good depth. That could be nice.
Lovely,
all right, this beef
thank you.
is browning gorgeous. You guys know how long ground beef takes to cook, so that's awesome. So to the ground beef, I'm going to add our bottoms of the scallions. So they're going right in. And then we're gonna do some garlic. Now, when I do garlic, for anything kind of like Asian stir fry or saute like this, I want the garlic to be like minced. And the fastest way to mince it, and this is a Chinese technique, is just to take your knife right on the board. Richard, let's get tight in here. There you go, and just slam it. And just smash it. Cool, do it again. Okay, and then just run your knife through. Really, really simple. And we just want to really break down this garlic. When I chop this up, see how my hand is on the board? It's not up. Like I'm not going like this, or I'm not chopping like that. My hand is down, my palm is down, and that's kind of anchoring my knife, and this is just the safest way to chop up some good garlic. Cool, this is why it smells so good. You've got the beef, you've got the scallions, you've got the garlic. This is just, it hits all cylinders. But it's about to go to a different level.
Okay, as you're adding that to the pot, we have a fan in the chat, Debbie C's Hubster. She said that from the other room, he just called out, "Is that Chef Joel? We know your voice.
Hey,
we know
Debbie
your voice.
C.
We love it." Anyway,
good
hey.
to hear from you, Debbie.
Hey out there.
Hope you're doing great. I hope everyone's just having a really good start to like, it feels, I mean, at least in Seattle, it's starting to feel like summer. It's my wife's birthday this weekend. So we're gonna go to like our local pool. And like we invited a bunch of friends, and we're gonna like bring kind of a picnic there. We're also gonna go to a Mariners game. It's just starting to feel like outdoor life over here in Seattle. You know, we get like a pocket of like 4 to 5 months. So this is the beginning of it, and that's why there is a big smile plastered on my face. So just to recap what we've done, we're using the Aroma Digital Rice and Grain multi-cooker. We turned it on to saute and then simmer, right? It's gonna start by sauteing, getting super hot, caramelizing our beef. We added ground beef to a little bit of neutral oil. You could use avocado oil or vegetable oil. We started to saute that up, and then we added the bottoms of some scallions and some garlic. I just can't tell you how good this smells. So good, and we're gonna just layer in more flavor here. So again, we've got our gochujang, our fermented chili paste, right? And this is just all the Korean feels. I don't know how else to describe it. Try a little bit. Off the bat, it's almost sweet. Like, and then it finishes with a very, very mild, and you can get them really spicy, but a mild heat on the back. But it has almost like a blue cheese or a mushroom or a, again, just this interesting umami layer that I love. Yes, Mary?
This is my own personal question. If that taste that you just tasted was a sound, if it were to be a sound, what would the sound be? That was amazing.
You like that?
Yes.
It's kind of like,
yes.
it's not a high pitched.
It's sort of, it has more body.
It has more
it's
body.
Deeper, just like you were saying.
More body.
Exactly.
Thank you. All right, so gochujang is getting slapped in. Now I do want to call out with the aroma, at any time I can hold these handles and pull up this insert, right? So if you need to move it, if you have, want to check something, whatever, you can touch these at any time. These will not get hot. Genius design here, and this is why we love them. I mean, not only is the design awesome, these are incredibly affordable, and they're reliable. Aroma is going to deliver every single time. And when you're going to close the lid here and you're expecting it to feed your family, which this feeds a lot, it's a big one, you want to make sure it's going to come out, right? You're not sitting over the stove, and you're allowing it to work for you. And it's important that you have faith in your tools. We have faith in Aroma every time. So in go our gochujang. We're going to stir that in. Holy man, that smells so good. All right, and then I've got some soy sauce, right? And as this liquid starts to hit, no joke, the aroma starts to change, not just in the air, but I mean the aroma as in our multi-cooker, and it starts to turn to simmer. And it will actually lower the heat. This senses the liquid. I'm adding some honey now and some sesame oil. And it will totally change the temp that we're cooking at. Look at this. This looks so freaking good and smells crazy. Now, I'm gonna add just like a pinch of salt. It doesn't need a ton because there's soy sauce already in here. So I think a lot of people wonder, okay, when you have like a digital multi-cooker like this one with Aroma, cool, how often am I doing like a one-pot rice dish? Like, do I really need this thing? Well, my question to you is, do you like to steam? Yes. Do you like to saute? Yes. Do you like to bake? Yes. It does a lot of other things, but it does all those things and then so much more, and it's in one beautiful, compact body. So you save a lot of space. Now, this is a perfect shot, Richard, because it has different functions. So you can steam, you can make yogurt, it knows if you want to do specifically soup, you can make cake in this. This is one I've been huge on, my kids love it, is oatmeal. Cooking oatmeal is a pain in the butt. I don't know what else to say. It's morning, I don't want to sit there stirring it like risotto. I want to pour it in, my grains, I want to add in a little milk, maybe a little bit of water, some cinnamon, and then I want to walk away from it. You can do that. Press the button, go take a shower, go do whatever you want. Go work for 4 hours. You know why? It's going to cook it perfectly in the Aroma, and then you're going to come back and it's going to be warm, not scorched, perfectly warm for you when you want it. Let the kitchen work for you, not you work for the kitchen. All right, this looks great. So at this point, the beef is brown. Everything has been kind of braising, and I'm gonna turn off the Aroma, okay? And this is where it's like hardcore. This is where technology comes in, but also where convenience comes in, because this is a one-potter. So the beef is there, the smell is intoxicating, but we want to add a starch because maybe you're feeding the family or cooking for the week, and this is the way to do it. So I've got some good old-fashioned, just short grain rice. You can rinse it or you don't have to. This will absolutely cook beautifully if you don't. It will still kind of stay separated based off our recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle the rice over the top of the beef. I'm going to add some water over that. Okay, give that whole thing a good stir. Pretty simple, right?
This feels illegal to do because it's so easy. Like, I'm looking at that and I'm like, no.
I know.
But it's all gonna happen.
Like, what else are we? Yeah, exactly. You feel like it has to be so much more complicated, but it doesn't. Lid goes down, we turn it back on, and we go to rice, white rice. Obviously, brown rice takes a little bit more liquid, so we gotta tell the Aroma what we're doing, but now I put in white rice. It is sensing the amount of liquid in there. It's sensing the beef, the garlic. It senses everything, and it kind of adjusts, and it will cook my rice beautifully, okay? So the rice is cooking, and while that's cooking, we're gonna talk about our veg. Are you a bok choy fan or not bok choy fan, Mary?
Huge bok choy fan. Those are huge also.
So these are huge. So are you only a fan of big bok choy, or you're a big fan of
I'm
bok
a big
choy?
fan of bok choy, no matter the size, but especially when there is sort of a sauce going on with it.
Oh my gosh.
It's very sauce.
Well, bok choy is one of those veggies where it's crunchy on the bottom, but super tender on top. And if I cut it in half, Richard, if we just show the inside of a bok choy, which I think is just so beautiful, they have all these little crevices, right? And so to Mary's point, a sauce or a rub, it gets kind of caught in between the leaves, and they become just so unctuous and beautiful. So I'm gonna cut these in half, right? Greens on top, little white part on the bottom, and then I'm gonna put them flat on their butt and cut them in half again. So quarter them. Now, our Aroma, right? This digital rice and grain cooker comes with a steaming basket, okay? People think steaming is just for the vegetable. No, no, no. This is where you could put really beautiful custards. You could do eggs. You could do salmon. You could do chicken. You could do beef. You could do anything you want that is going to cook at the same time as our rice. So in this case, we're using bok choy. Don't even worry, you don't have to spray it with any fat. This is such a healthy, great way to cook. You just load up the basket, just like this, right? And this is ready to go. Now, after about 20 minutes of cooking, that is when we want to add this, okay? So this will beep when it's done, and I pop it open, and you just lay your insert right in, then close it, and it will cook for about another 10 minutes, and you'll have beautiful, really silky, perfect bok choy. This would work with asparagus, with peas, with broccoli, carrots, butternut squash. So again, all in one. You don't need to roast it. You don't need to bring out the big steamer basket. Keep it simple. All right? Cool. Any questions? I'm going to recap it, but how are we doing at home? By the way, I didn't mention with the rice, it does come with a little rice measuring cup, too.
Oh, yeah, that's important. The accessories matter.
Or grain measuring cup. Yeah, Mary.
We love bok choy in the chat. And have you ever had bok choy microgreens?
No? Where do you get bok choy
exactly. I'm asking Steph, don't worry. I just think it sounds so cute and fun.
I've never heard of that, but that sounds great. What do they taste like, Steph?
Yeah, let us know. Steph said she didn't cook them. We'll get more details soon.
Okay. All right, I want to know. All right. So we've got a little cucumber here. We thought it'd be fun while this is cooking away for a minute to show you a really quick pickle. In Korea, pickles are everything. And sometimes when you go get Korean barbecue, they'll have like 20 pickles, right? That they pickle radishes and cucumbers and carrots and all these different types of vegetables and seafoods and meats, which is amazing. Preservation, and that's why Gochujang paste, right? That's fermented paste, or kimchi, which we all know is huge in Korean cooking and a big part of the flavor profile. So we're gonna play a little game, but I wanted to show you guys this quick cucumber recipe. So you take a cucumber, you just slice it up, really simple. This would be great on top of tacos, awesome on a burger, perfect in a salad. But honestly, it's grilling season just next to anything you're gonna grill. Oh my gosh. Why is this cucumber so good right now? All right, in a bowl, let's cucumbers go. We just slice them up. And then you take some salt and sugar, equal parts. We have this in the recipe. And you just kind of shake that in. And then get in there with your hands and kind of massage it. All right, and just take like 30 seconds and just let every little cucumber get a little bit of that salt and sugar. You can use honey if you're not doing sugar. You can do soy sauce if you're not doing salt. But even within like 30 seconds, check this out. Look at my hand and look at the cucumber. I don't know if you guys can see this. Get tight, there we go. It's like starting to glisten. Do you guys see all the water coming out of that and kind of it becomes shiny? Isn't that crazy? It's been like 30 seconds. So it's bringing out the water. And this is like the quickest little pickle. And then I just add a little bit of rice wine vinegar. And that is it. That is our pickle. You let this sit. This will stay good for about 3 days in the fridge, right? But I like to do this maybe, you know, right before I serve it or a couple hours before I serve it. But that's how fast a quick pickle takes. Punchy, sour, snackable, sweet.
Is it game time? Is it game time or is it game time?
It's game time. All right.
So closing the loop on our baby bok choy microgreens. Just tastes like pea shoots, and you can get it at Whole Foods.
Oh, nice.
Just something important to think about. Good. Okay, so now it is time for a new game we like to call Fusion Faves.
Fusion faves.
I know, exactly. Okay. So we know that Korean flavors are super hot right now. That's why we developed our recipe for our friends at Aroma. Yep. And we want to impart some Korean flavor and maybe stump our chef right in front of us today.
That's
so Joel, we're gonna take 3 of my favorite foods, and you're going to tell me how I can make some Korean fusion flavors
infuse
mixed
it with
in.
Korean flavors?
Exactly,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And keep in mind,
and by the
people,
way, we want you guys to play along too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to see who has the better recipe.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Korean inspiration could you lend to a burger? Hit me, and hit me in the chat too. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm doing a kimchi coleslaw right on top. I'm absolutely folding in the gochujang into my patty and making it that much more just caramelized and deep and rich. I'm doing like a little bit of maybe sesame oil in the ketchup and making like a sesame ketchup, which I think would be really interesting.
Okay, yum.
Cheese, believe it or not, like American cheese and kimchi kick butt together. Like if you've ever had like a kimchi grilled cheese, oh, so good. So that's my, I don't know, did that?
Yes, that is exactly what we're looking for.
That's the game.
Okay, people are saying kimchi with a soft cook egg. That makes sense.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Egg, yes.
Okay, squid ink buns. Are you obsessed? Look at the face.
I'm obsessed. Who said that?
Angie F said that.
Angie F. That's so smart. I love that. Like a dark bun. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, you want the next one?
Yeah, next one.
Pizza. How do we impart a Korean flavor there?
Well, tomato sauce is like, it's very like, you can go really deep with Korean flavors on the tomato sauce. I would probably go with some fermented garlic tomato sauce, like a beautifully fermented garlic tomato sauce. I'd hit it on there. I'd go with cheese. I'd stay away from the pickles. I think that just seems crazy. That's a really good one. Yeah, what are other people saying?
Okay, Angie F. coming in hot.
Tell me.
Bulldog ramen topped pizza.
Ramen?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm open to it. I'm never going to say no. That sounds so interesting.
Korean really beef, fermented veggies. So, like, perhaps if we're leaning pickle, then lean all the way.
Love.
Look at the wheels turn. I love it.
I love. What's the last one?
And the last one is enchiladas.
Enchiladas.
Yes. One of my faves.
I'm doing like a bulgogi beef enchilada. I'm going with like a pepper jack cheese. I'm going to go like super spicy. Oh, I love that. And then I'm going to make an enchilada sauce with the gochujang. So like double down on the chilies, super deep, dark, rich red. But
like
then
a
I'm going
gochujang
more mozzarella
mole?
cheese right on top too, maybe as well. What did other people say?
Other people, I mean, banh mi style enchiladas. That's sort of the more Vietnamese
but I'm
flair.
down for that.
But I'm like, where is it? Can I go eat that? And bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Yeah, we're missing out on that one.
So good.
Gosh, I'm loving these ideas. A successful fusion fave. Thanks,
I
everyone.
absolutely love them too. I think it's great. Did we pass the game?
I think we all won the game. Mostly, I'm like,
won the game.
That's on my shopping list this week. The burger one, please. It's
and
perfect.
our trophy is that we get to see the finished product here. I do want to say, so this has been cooking for about 30 minutes, right? We sped up time for you so you don't have to hang around too long. But I just want you to like notice the lack of dishes that I've been doing, where I've had to go. Like I've basically been hanging out talking to you the whole time because Aroma is taking care of it, which is amazing. Other features, we always get this with Aroma and in general. This is a dishwasher safe pot, so you can pop that into the dishwasher. It's BPA free. So lots of amazing, amazing just quality and thoughtfulness go into making this be seamless for you and cook precision, reliable every time. And then everyone always asks, well, what's the price? And we call it out a million times. So affordable. Like, go on their website. We'll put it in the chat. But Aroma is known for being approachable with the price point. So that's, again, why we love them. All right, I brought out some garnishes here just to go over the top of this. These are all so optional, but I just love them. So we've got some beautiful little sesame seeds. These are toasted already. I've got like some chili oil. This could be like chili crunch, which is so hot right now. Oh, so good and so much great texture. We've got my favorite kimchi I've ever had. I don't know the brand name, but I've been eating this since I got here on the kitchen. I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out. It's so garlicky and delicious. And then we've got the tops that we chopped up earlier, and then of course our pickles, all right? So again, what we called out is that this cooker will pop right open. We'll show you guys what it does. Oh, beautiful. Check this out. So bok choy, perfectly steamed. I'm gonna take this whole thing out. Beautiful. Pop these puppies out. Oh my gosh, look at the bottom there. I just want to make sure that you guys are getting inside. Let me just tip it. Tip it to you, Richard. So you can see rice and beef totally intermingled. And what I'm going to do is hold this up. Richard, you get inside there and I'll fluff. All right. I just want everyone to kind of see how I kind of finish it. So I get in there and kind of give it a good folding. Yes. And just so you guys can kind of see, it's like this infused, just beefy, rich, almost like a risotto type vibe. I mean, it is so good. It's really just one of those flavors that you can't recreate with anything but this. So I want to recap. We cooked the beef with a bunch of flavor. We browned it. Then we added the rice and the water. We put it on our rice setting. It cooked it perfectly. At the very end, we added some bok choy. So the bok choy we just steamed on top, which you can just kind of mix around. And the bok choy itself, just so you guys can see, gorgeous. Absolutely tender, stunning, okay? And then we have all these little garnishes. I do want to call out again, if you're not going to eat all this, which I know so many of us just make a lot, maybe for the week, or maybe you're going to eat leftovers tomorrow, this comes, the aroma comes with like a little lid. You can cook it, you can serve it, and then you can store it, right? Just this goes right on top. It doesn't lift up, see? Holds right on top, air seal, right? And that will allow us to keep it in the fridge perfectly. The only food safety thing I'd have here is just wait for it to cool down before you put this on. So eat your food, let it cool down, lid goes on right into the fridge. No need to transfer it to any other container. How are we doing? Mary, did that make sense?
Yes, it does. I can't believe I haven't seen one of those lids before.
Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, it's a lot better than lugging my giant cast iron soup bowl into the bottom of my fridge.
Then you get out the Pyrex.
No, it's so bad.
It's a big ordeal.
Those handles are also, that is amazing.
I know, the whole time. I mean, I've been using a little towel, but you don't need to. All right, so check this out. Can we get in a close-up on this little plate? I'm just gonna kind of tip it a little bit so you guys can see here. All right, Richard, let's get close in there. We probably don't even need to do that. So just right in the bowl. Again, these are bulgogi beef bowls. Look how good that looks already. I mean, crazy, right? Maybe tuck in a little bit of these perfect little bok choy on the sides. Oh my gosh, they're hot, but they are so beautiful. That, maybe one more. I'm loving my greens these days. That looks so good. And then I'll go with some cukes, our quick pickle, right there in the middle. Why not? Right? A little bit of sesame seeds over the top. A little bit of kimchi. These are all, again, I said it, so optional. Don't feel like you have to do it, but I think it's so fun. Some of that chili crisp. And then finish the whole thing off with a nice big mound of scallions. And I don't know, you guys, that bowl for me, it's all I want in life.
That's the ultimate bowl.
I mean,
imagine this with some fried pot stickers on the side.
A nice little salad if you want it without the
chili crisp.
Actually, you really don't even need a salad, but a salad would be nice. But someone mentioned a fried egg earlier. I don't know. That might hit home. But this to me feels very balanced. I'll hold it up. Can we do a top down so everyone can kind of see it? Yeah, that looks really good. And it's just so like easy and turnkey. And it's thanks to aroma. So let's give it a shot. Grab a little bit of the beef, a little bit of the toppings. I'm shaking my head at it. All right. It's been a while since I've said this. Might be one of my favorite things I've eaten in the past like 90 to 120 days.
That's like blue ribbon material. You guys, we don't hear that. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to be here today to witness.
It's hitting from all sides. I'm just like getting punched from all sides in all the best ways. Like, so rich and so comforting, the rice and the beef, like multi-layered, bright from the quick cucumber pickle, like totally counterbalances it. You don't need to do anything to the bok choy. The bok choy is just living its life to soak up everything else, and it's perfect. I wouldn't change one thing on this dish, and I want to eat this literally every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think you could, and you would totally not get sick of it. Wow. That is so good. One last bite, last bite, last bite.
So many people are about to make this weekend from that reaction alone.
I'm blown away by this dish. Like, absolutely, our culinary team is incredible. We test everything. The rice is cooked to perfection. This is what we're talking about when we talk about reliability. You know aroma is going to work. You know this recipe is going to come out, and it's going to be seamless. And you're not going to be sweating over it. You're not going to be worrying if the oven's on or the stove's on too high or too low, or if you put the lid on, or if you have to steam the bok choy and time it perfectly. It takes care of it. Takes care of it and even allows you to store in it. So I love it. This dish is amazing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will catch you next time. Hopefully it's sunny wherever you are. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And remember, as always, when you cook better, you live better. Take care.
See you later.